Okay, just picking books out for this readathon is already freaking me out. So hopefully I survive. Hi everybody, and welcome back to Lindsey's Little Library. I wanted to jump in today to talk to you about a readathon that's going on in October. It's called Spookathon. It is hosted by Kayla from BooksandLaLa, and as well as two of her other friends. I can't think of who they are off the top of my head, but I'll link their channels below. She started this last year, and I kind of sort of played along, but I didn't have my booktube channel at this time, so this year I'm going all in. I thought this was a great read along to go along with my goal in October, which is basically to scare the shit out of myself, which, by the way, I'm doing a great job at. One of the books I was reading at work one day, totally into it, and someone came up behind me to talk to me, and I literally jumped. It was bad. Kind of embarrassing, but that good of a book to make me jump. So, well on my way. Perfect month to do this, so I picked out some spooky books, and let's take a look at them. There are 5 challenges that go along with Spookathon, and it runs October 16th through October 22nd. It's kind of, if you fit the challenges, you fit the challenges. If you don't, you don't. There's no real, like, pressure to do this, but it was a really great way for me to kind of come up with my TBR. So I found a book that matches most of the challenges, if not more than one. So I'll show you what I've got. First up, challenge number 1 is to read a thriller. So I have Final Girls by Riley Sagar, and it actually says the first great thriller of 2017. Stephen King thinks so. So we're gonna give this a whirl. I'm also gonna buddy read this with my friend Sarah. She like texted me last night and she's like, let's read it, and I'm like, okay. I'm such a chicken, but we're gonna give this a try. So this is about a group of girls who are nicknamed the Final Girls because they happen to survive some sort of tragedy. Something bad happened to them, and then slowly the Final Girls start dying. So you're kind of thrown into this crazy thriller world. I can't wait to pick it up. I've heard fantastic things about it. Challenge number 2 is to read a book with a spooky word in the title, and I'm going to combine that with challenge number 3, which is to read a book based on a childhood fear. One of my childhood fears was basically that I was going to be killed somehow, kidnapped and killed, shot, I don't know, just somehow I was going to get killed in a very serious way. Maybe it was a serial killer, maybe it was random, I don't know, but I was going to die. Big childhood fear. So I'm going to read a book on my Kindle, and it is called Mad City. I'll show you the picture of the front. There it is. And this is, the scary word in the title is mad, by the way, because it can be a scary word, I don't know. This is a true story, or based on a true story about a serial killer that actually targeted the University of Wisconsin-Madison students back in the 70s, 60s or 70s, I believe. So scary because I'm not that far from Madison, go Badgers, and based on a true story. Serial killer, kills kids, not good. So there it is. I'm gonna read that one. Challenge number 4 is to read a book with orange on this cover. So I picked The Breakdown by B.A. Paris. There's lots of orange there and in the title. This is based on a woman, Cass, her name is. She passes a car at night while she's driving down kind of a creepy lane, it sounds like. And she notices that there's a woman in there and she doesn't stop. And because she shouldn't really be there in the first place, like, her husband would not be happy if he knew that she was taking that way home, basically. She doesn't stop, and then the next day she finds out that the woman that she passed was found dead in the car. Right? So, we're going to give this a while. B.A. Paris also wrote Behind Closed Doors, which is a phenomenal book. I read that book in less than a day. So, I'm trying not to have super high hopes, because you never know. Like, sometimes one of those books just is so wonderful. I don't know what to expect with this one, but I'm going to give that a whirl. And then challenge number 5 is to read a book that has a spooky setting. So I have a couple of options for this challenge because we'll just see what mood I'm in, and I really do want to read both of these books. So the first one is Fierce Kingdom by Jen Phillips. This is about a mother and son who go to the zoo, and they're at the zoo kind of towards closing time, and they're getting ready to leave, and they're kind of back in a little kind of protected area of the zoo not many people know about, so they're kind of hidden a little bit. And as they're going to leave, they some gunmen start overtaking the zoo, and shooting happens, and they're kind of locked in with them. So sounds pretty spooky and exciting. The next one I would like to pick up is The Dry by Jane Harper. This is about a family who it appears that the husband murdered the wife and son and then killed himself. But you know how appearances aren't necessarily what they're chalked up to be. So this is about a federal agent. His name is Aaron, and his friend Luke is the one who apparently kills his family and then kills himself. And so he goes back home for the funeral, and he finds kind of a suspicious note that says, "Luke lied, you lied, be at the funeral." So he shows up, and he starts to kind of learn some things about how it may not be what it seems, and starts to kind of investigate stuff. So there's definitely some stuff that happened in the past as far as why Aaron didn't live there anymore, that Luke and him were involved in. That sounds like it's going to come into play here. Who knows? But it sounds like it's a good book. I've heard good things about it. I also want to pick this up. So for a week-long, you know, spookathon or readathon, I've got 5 books here. I don't know how much I'm going to get done, but I kind of went in with that attitude with BookTubeathon, and I ended up reading a whole bunch of books, and it was fantastic. So we will see what we get done. I did go on my Overdrive app, and I put holds on a few of these books as audiobooks, and we'll see what kind of comes in. It's pretty close as far as where I am at the top with a number of them, so it's kind of, I'm leaving it up to fate, and whatever one comes in as an audiobook, that's what I'm going to do as an audiobook. And then obviously there's just the one that I have on my Kindle that I have to read. Otherwise I do have the physical copies of the other books. I'm super excited to participate in Spookathon. I think it's going to be a fun time. I can't wait to see what everyone else is going to read. So leave a comment below. Let me know if you're going to participate in Spookathon this October. Or let me know, what is your spookiest book? What is a spooky book that just kind of scared the shit out of you, which is pretty much what I'm trying to do. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe below, and I will see you next time. Bye!